Hello everyone, this is a reading for the Divine Counterpart or Twin Soul Collective at this time. I recall I haven't done a reading like this in about a year and a half, and I thought it was time. So I hope this finds you well. Everyone's probably getting ready for the holiday season, so God bless you and your families. All right, I'm going to get to it, beginning with the channeled messages and imagery. Wow. Really profound visions during my meditation. So here goes. The first thing I saw was someone ascending a staircase, and there was a door at the top of the staircase, but there were 3 or 4 steps missing, much too far to just, stretch your legs to get to the top threshold and walk through the door. So the symbolism here is someone is perhaps ascending almost to the top. Maybe there is the need to be careful not to misstep. There might be a period of, stillness, immobility, inaction from the top of the step to the doorway. I also saw someone with a large chalice, and they were dipping their tongue into the chalice, but coming up dry. The cup was empty. I heard old habits die hard. Karmic cycles need to be closed out. I then heard the soul desires to override the desires of human nature. That to me feels like overcoming the very 3D aspects of life, consumerism, the matrix, the flesh. I have no idea what that was, but it felt pretty profound. That just came from the divine. So interpret that as it makes sense for your situation. They closed with some advice, pardon me, and that was: make peace with your past, move forward with love in your heart, and forgiveness for those who have hurt you. Wow. Okay, so let's get into it. I asked Archangel Metatron and Archangel Shamuel to join me for this reading, and that's where the channeling came from. So thank you to my guides. Thank you to the archangels who are with us. So before we begin, and we have quite an outline. It's a long video. You know that by now. I hope that you stick with it. It's going to be very detailed because I feel like it needs to be. Before we get into the outline, however, I do want to read for you a card that I pulled from the Journey of Love, and this was intended to be for the collective. And here it is. Dream a little. Card number 51, and I dog-eared it to make it easy to find. All right, let me read from the book. The divine wants to bless you with inspiration, just as a lover would come to the door of the beloved with a spontaneous gift of flowers. So dream a little. Let your imagination wander and wonder. What if? What else could be? Breaking down the rigid walls of expectation. Just because something has been does not indicate that it must continue in the same way. They're underlining that. That's important for some reason. It feels to me like there is a shift. So dream a little and receive your spiritual gift. This oracle brings you guidance. A spiritual gift of inspiration is on its way or has just recently been received. It isn't flight of fancy. It's a gift from the divine. Receive it and believe in new possibilities. There's a poem. From unexpected meetings we walked and shared our lifetime, a gentle, peaceful, quiet time reflected in our smile. We winged our way to distant places and walked along remembered faces of lives we knew we lived some time before. And like a bud about to flower, having reached its appointed hour, we watch ourselves begin to open in the warm touch of spring. Very powerful past life reference with that, and also hope that there is a renewal, I feel, that's on the horizon. So let's get to it. collective, let's find out what the divine wants you to know. We're going to begin with the strongest energy among the collective at this time. This can be applicable to you. It can be applicable to your person, whatever label you give them. If you don't believe in a certain label, that's okay. All right. We're then going to look at, for those stuck in a karmic situation, what pattern or cycle is your person needing to break free of? What's going on in their emotions? What do you need to know about the energy between you at this time? And we're going to look at that with both tarot and also the Sacred Soulmates deck, which I feel brings forward a lot of the lessons and the healing energy happening between counterparts. We're going to look at what's in their heart and on their mind. What are they contemplating where this connection is concerned? And what encouragement does the divine have for you at this time? We will extend this, and in the extended, I'll look at what are they hiding from you? What is the universe nudging them to accomplish? What is their intention in your connection? We'll look at their healing journey, their heart's desire, what comes next, and lots of advice. And I have to say that while I've been giving this intro, I've seen every triple number. So this feels big. Okay, so collective, here we go. The student is ready. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This indicates an openness to receive. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. That indicates to me there may have been an energy of being closed off in the past, and now there's an open heart, an open mind, a willingness to receive whatever is on their path. You can resonate with this. This could be resonant for the person you're connected to. Golly. And they want that one. All right. Bottom of the deck, spend time in nature, retreat from your busy life, and connect with wildlife and Mother Earth in its raw and beautiful form. I love that. It feels to me like there may be some de-stressing, some recovery, some healing, kind of coming down from something tumultuous. All right, let's see what's going on here. Wow. All right, I'm feeling a really, really strong energy of growth. Yeah, I am. Let's see what we have here. All right, self-development, empowerment, expansion. There's growth happening. Your person is evolving into a better version of themselves. They are finding the strength to make some really tough decisions in their life. It feels to me like this period of growth and healing and self-discovery hasn't come easy. It may also mean that they are considering leaving some people in their life behind, that they haven't been surrounded by loving, supportive family members, people, partners. I am getting that, you're in the void at this time. I'm getting that for probably 90% of who I'm connecting to. This is quiet time. You may be getting some signs and synchronicities through your dreams. Pay attention to what's coming to you over time. It can kind of tell a story. You may be seeing your person in your dreams. I'm getting that there's also a newfound desire to move past this stuck, stagnant, and very dense energy. We end with, it didn't come out last, but I'm ending with it, reconciliation. There is, for those who this will resonate for, there is an opportunity to come together. Reunion with a loved one is on the horizon. This is kind of big, guys. Okay, so let's take a look at your person's energy specifically, okay? Benefactor, grace and generosity. I feel like there's a really powerful energy around giving, receiving, the energy put forth in this connection. Maybe they're even evaluating the energy that they've given to a family situation, a karmic situation, something, and I'm kind of getting it, something that's really, really drained them, whatever that is. So let's take a look at your person's energy. What does the collective need to see? Your person's energy. One more time. Skywriting, the fates. Okay, I'm almost reading that like writing on the wall. There's something that they're realizing. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my gosh, guys. Forgiveness, repairing the veil, completion, closing door, and moon maiden, new beginnings. Wow. This is really significant. I feel there's a desire to let go of the pain of the past. You know, if whatever has to be released is allowing you to move forward, embrace that, whatever it means for this connection. The past is done. The past is, you know, ready to be released. I'm just kind of getting a letting go. I just saw 1111, not surprised. So your person is ready for big change. There could have been something that caused a rift in your connection that was very hurtful, because I did get move forward with love and forgiveness for those who have hurt you. So this could be repairing your relationship. I'm also oddly, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing DNA. I think there's repairing DNA that's happening. This could be familial, generational, past life DNA. Wow. Okay, so for those of you who are with someone who's really struggling in a karmic cycle, let's look at the pattern or behavior or situation they need to break free of. What does your person need to break free of? This could resonate as past energy as well. So let's take a look at the cycle or pattern that is being left behind. Anything else? Solitude. Okay. Oops, that was already up, right? Okay. Yeah, for some of you, this has already taken place. We have awakening. Now, I can read this as the need to awaken, the need to understand there's something bigger that's beckoning. I feel like with this energy, with settling, they were stuck in a situation because they didn't feel like they deserved better. If the situation required recognizing that this is a really powerful connection, or if they had to recognize in a connection that they were in, that there was something that wasn't serving them any longer, or the connection had taught them what they needed to be taught, the lesson had to be learned, then Spirit was saying, okay, it's time to awaken, it's time to step into your higher self, higher consciousness. But the signs weren't clear for your person. They didn't know the direction to take. There's a lot of different directions, and I feel like they all had appeal and they all had consequence, and therefore there wasn't clarity about what to do. They didn't want to let go of whatever they needed to give into, surrender to. And we are going to look in the extended, we're going to look at the power of surrender deck, which is what they need to let go and release finally to be able to step into this new path, because it's a new path. The door is closing. They had to recognize they needed to strive for something more aligned with their soul's path. You know, when you lie in bed at night and you reflect on the day and the people around you and the decisions you've made, the choices and the consequences of those choices, you begin to realize that, you know, there's a self-sabotaging behavior or a limitation that you've set on yourself that doesn't allow you to move in the right direction. They may have needed to connect with the divine, to meditate and, you know, talk to Spirit, help me. You know, I'm almost getting that the person you're connected to has known deep inside, I know that where I am, I don't belong. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be involved with that person or in this dynamic. And it's time to go. I just don't know what to do. So I feel like the void that I'm picking up is a period of reflection, very powerful reflection. And they realize that there's something that has to be kind of stitched back up because it has been an open wound for too long. They've needed to surrender to that, and maybe they're finally willing to do that through recognition of this connection, through awakening. I mean, this is beautiful. Okay, let's take a look at their emotional and mental state. Compassionate soul. What are they dealing with right now? What is your person thinking and feeling? What weighs heavily on them at this time? What weighs heavily on them at this time? Okay, conserve resources. Pay attention to where your time and money are spent. Okay, there could be financial worries. I know that's a super common thread in the readings I do. It comes up all the time that there's a challenge letting go of creature comforts. Okay, Spirit is saying the soul desires to override the desires of human nature. There we go. So it could be a very 3D based worry about parting with money, possessions, dividing things in half, if this is about a karmic relationship, a long-term relationship, or a family dynamic. Okay, we have partnering. Accomplishing this together will strengthen support for one another. Two heads are better than one. Insensitivity, whether through a lack of understanding or selfishness, there's a need to value each other's feelings. Inflexible, there's a need to yield in this situation. Release the need to be right or have things a certain way. Surrender. Sometimes the outcome may look differently than imagined. Self-respect, we must first honor ourselves. Creativity, find ways to infuse a routine with something fun and different to breathe new life into it. And transforming, something must change. We can do it voluntarily or the universe will upend it for us. Okay, so that settling energy is coming through for me. What I'm seeing here is that this could be how they're feeling about you. And something that you have surfaced for them is that they've been very rigid. They haven't understood that, behaviors have consequences, that feelings are real. And when they're expressed, they need to be at least, openly received, if not, shared or reciprocated in some way. They may realize that they have dug their heels in, unwilling to yield or move or make change happen in their life. And that might have caused you to close the door, to break away from this connection. You might have said to them, I can't do this alone. If they're in another connection, I'm just going to read these, so apply it as it makes sense for your connection. But if they're in another connection, they're in a very rigid, unfulfilling dynamic. And they've known that they've needed to, breathe life into their day, their existence, their relationship, or your relationship perhaps, but maybe they weren't sure how to do it. So the result is complacency, stagnancy. I don't know what to do next. And that can be just out of sheer, fear or the unwillingness to budge. And then the universe says, we're going to tap on your door. Because wherever you find yourself, whatever pattern you're in, whatever you're doing that feels okay, we want you to experience something much more profound, right? Keep your dreams alive, ignite your passions. You have someone on the other end of this drama, trauma, stagnancy who is wanting to go on this healing journey with you. Okay, let's take a look at what you need to know about the energy between you at this time. Okay, Spirit wants me to begin with this. Sacred soulmates, what is the energy between you and your person? So Spirit, this is only the counterparts, please. What is the energy between them at this time? What do you have for the collective? Oh my goodness, one more. Okay. Anything else? Bottom of the deck, take a chance. You can't grow in your comfort zone. Stepping into the unknown is trusting the universe. Go for it. Ooh, that might be the nudge, right, from Spirit. So let's take a look at what came through. No particular order. All right. We have separation. Surrender into your heart and divine source. Where there is no separation, the highest levels of love always serve and are without conditions. Sacred space. Time out. Clear your energy. Space brings clarity. That's the void I picked up on. Unresolved wounds, karmic patterns, and inheritances are affecting this situation. The divine masculine energy definitely came through, and I'm hearing that there is a realization of, okay, and they're showing me this, there's a need to stitch something up. There's something in their life, there's something in their heart, in the relationship with you that has gone awry. And this is really about repairing that. And it might have taken time away. I was getting that the particular group that I'm connected to, and I just saw 2222, you are silent right now or not interacting. Time out. And you might have called that, right? Time out. If they have gone through a separation of another partner, could be, okay? But the wound needs to be closed and the bandage torn off. This is fated. Your meeting, your interaction, your healing, and your path forward has all been charted. This is fated. But the divine says there's work to be done. Old habits die hard. Karmic cycles need to be closed out. Just to revisit that. But a new phase in love is beginning. So something is about to shift. And let's look at that. So what else do you need to know about the energy between you at this time? If I can shuffle. Energy between the divine counterparts at this time, Spirit. Most significant energy between them. I'm not going to assign it. These are always so vice versa anyway that I'm not going there. So you can read the energy for you, or it may enlighten you to something happening with them. What is the energy between you at this time? Okay, I heard one more. Ooh, and in my lap. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. Strong soul bond, strong connection, perhaps a choice in love. Okay, let's see what we have here. I'm going to try to put them out in the order they flew out. It doesn't really matter. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, there's definitely some difficulty that has happened that needs to be addressed. I'm hearing nothing under the carpet, everything out in the open, truth spoken. So we have, and I'm going to clarify these, the energy between you, reunion. You might know this person through a group of friends. You might have, loved ones in common. It could be that this is indeed a third-party situation, that someone is in a family dynamic, 10 of Cups. This can also be the energy of wanting to reunite, wanting long-term happiness, but it requires a decision. And I'm also getting that with this blindfold on this Two of Swords, there's a pretty powerful, how do I want to say this, Spirit? There's a recognition that a decision is predicated on truth. Wow. A decision is predicated on truth. Truth being spoken. And I feel the divine masculine, perhaps, energy is coming through to reflect that. Something very painful has occurred. And I feel like this is, oh, wow, okay. I just heard, relative to the 7 of Swords and 10 of Swords, escaping trauma. Wow, guys. Let's dig in. Let's find out what's going on here. 3 of Cups. Why the 3 of Cups? Please clarify that. Okay. You might be quiet right now. There's silence, holding back. 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. This is a period of regaining, your health. Could be an energy of holding on to your money, saving money, perhaps, laying low until such time as you can make plans to be together. One more, 3 of Cups, because this could go in a few directions. 3 of Cups, one more, strength, okay. I want to make sure that you can see this. Let me check the camera. Okay, strength. 10 of Cups, please. Is this the long-term vision for your connection, wanting to be together? 10 of Cups. Wow, it could be a family situation. Or you have realized you haven't been able to achieve this, and one of you has gone silent or walked away. And it could be that there is such a desire to be together, but a realization, I forgot what I channeled from Spirit a minute ago. Okay, escape trauma, thank you. The past has to go. Old habits have to go. And it could be that though there's such a strong desire, there's also self-respect and the need to pull back your energy if you need to recover. This can be healing and recovery as well. Let's get another one on the 10 of Cups with the 8 of Cups, please. 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups. I feel like there's been an emotional weight and a need to move on from that, to alleviate that load, to unpack your bags. It's been tough. Wow. This 5 of Swords energy is, it's a selfish energy. Now, it could be the energy of something in the environment. I do want to, look at that a little bit, because I think that it's important to understand if there's another person or another dynamic happening, that could be a really challenging connection. There could be games played, one-upping, the need to always look behind your back. I mean, I'm not getting a good energy with that. What needs to be seen clearly, Spirit? The 2 of Swords. What needs to be seen clearly? We have a few cards here. We have the King of Swords and the 3 of Wands. This is a very powerful recognition of things reaching I'm getting like a pinnacle, a boiling point, and the need to look past that to move on. Look at what's at the bottom of the deck again. Ten of Swords. Now the King of Swords, for me, I've done some really difficult readings where there's been some really heavy energy and manipulative, selfish energy, and I'm not going to lie that this card comes out whenever I have that kind of dynamic. Now, if this is a recognition that someone has caused a challenge in the connection, I feel like they're kind of toughening up. Maybe you're toughening up. Maybe you're ready to turn your back and move on. Let's look at this escape trauma energy. That's what I got. Now, if this resonates for you, that you've been extremely hurt and that you've been done wrong in this situation, trust that, okay? But I do want to look at escaping trauma. Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords. What is this? Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords. Wow, what a burden. Ten of Wands with the Tower. Boiling point. Let's get one more. Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords. It could also be that someone is very burdened, has a heavy emotional load based on the past. Nine of Cups. Someone has perhaps exhibited unsavory behavior for their own gain, for their own satisfaction. Let's look at the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, please. Something coming to light. The Sun. The Ace of Cups. Tell us about, well, we are going to look at truth, and I'm going to get there in a second. So I'm going to wait just a moment. Let's look at this Emperor energy. Regardless of who this energy is representing, I feel like this is taking your power back, taking control of a situation, making the tough decisions. King of Swords, right? Two of Swords, Three of Wands. Yeah, tough decisions to move past trauma, drama. Whoa, that's way too many. Emperor, please. Okay, here we go. The Nine of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Swords. Letting down one's guard. If there was a guarded, even defensive energy, I feel like if that's how you're approaching the connection, you need to soften things a little bit, to be open. Oh, okay, they're all right. They're repeating the channeling. Make peace with the past. Move forward with love in your heart and forgiveness for those who have hurt you. We have the King and the Queen of Swords, but I feel like there is a very strong indication that somebody feels, I don't know, perhaps that it's hard to move past this very difficult truth. But if you can, I'm hearing, but if you can, okay. All right, let's take a look at what's on their mind. What is on your person's mind? This can be anything that is causing, overthinking, or anything that is prompting a decision. What's on your person's mind? Let's get an energy around that. Present power, strength. There is a really tough circumstance, and there's a need to move through something and past something. And I feel like for whatever reason, your person's held back. What are they needing strength to move through, Spirit? What is this strength energy about? It can also be a clash of wills or power plays or ego, but not necessarily. We have discovery. Present power discovery, letting go, courage. They may be stubbornly digging in their heels, right? We had that surrender energy earlier. It could be that they haven't wanted to let go of something. But you may already have an inkling that there's something happening in their environment that they're having to make a decision about. And maybe it is to let go of another person. If there's something you found out about your person, even though they tried to conceal it, I don't know, right? We have truth here. Maybe that discovery caused you to say, you know what? No. This could go many different ways. Again, please trust your intuition. If they're looking at this relationship with hope, wanting to move past trauma, right? They realize that the way to have success in this connection is truth. Everything comes out. You might have walked away, and they're in their thoughts, right? Having the strength to heal from the past, come to terms with something they've done, something they've concealed or haven't shared with you or needed to reveal to you, and they haven't. Okay. Whew, tough reading. So let's take a look at how they feel about you, what's in their heart regarding your connection. For the collective spirit, what's in their person's heart space? What is in their person's heart space? Take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. If this discovery and power energy is the recognition that this is a really powerful connection, they may be willing to let their painful past go. They might have been with someone who was, an unsavory partner or in an unsavory situation. And maybe you letting them go caused them to kind of wake up, right? Awakening, recognizing the connection. Culmination of vision. Bottom of the deck, have faith. They haven't given up on this. Your person is, I feel, ready to make a move. Their cup is empty and they want to fill it. They want to fill it. Six of Cups, Hierophant, Devil. Yeah, they might be in a toxic marriage. Childhood sweetheart. This could be a family dynamic. This could be something with children, something that has chained them, something that's been unhealthy. If this is solely your energy, they're very drawn to you and they want to revisit the past, perhaps this connection. They may be a very traditional person. Family, culture, religion may be very important to them. They may want marriage. I don't know. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple other decks. What do they want to say? There's some truth here. And I feel like even though this is, the energy between you, I do want to look at what needs to come out. What do they need to say? What does your person need to say to you? This could be to clear things up, right? Two of Swords, or an admission of some sort. Hope. What does your person need to say? Where there's a will, there's a way. It could be that you pulled back because they showed no effort, made no overtures in this connection. Wow. I refuse to change. I have secrets. If they are stubbornly holding on to an idea or a way of life or something that they're doing that they don't want to share with you, when I ask for truth and I get the card, I have secrets, That's it's discouraging for you, because I feel like you need to understand more about maybe their intention. What are the secrets? Let's see if anything will come through about the secrets. What truth needs to come through, Spirit? What truth needs to come through? Wow. I've learned hard lessons through this. Now it's all coming out. Okay, let's see what we've got. Oh, I'm burdened by debt. I'm ignoring you. You place too much emphasis on me. It makes me uncomfortable. I refuse to leave my children. Wow. Yeah. 6 of Cups, Page of Cups. Could be that there's a family dynamic, 10 of Cups, that has your person very embedded in that, that life. I love you deeply. Now, a refusal to leave children is clearly, a decision that they feel they're very embedded in, stuck in, can't leave. And, you have to respect that decision if they've made that known. If they haven't made that known and they're stringing you along, then that's not, not cool. It would be better if they would be open and upfront. They have to understand that there have been behaviors and patterns that have contributed to whatever's happened in your relationship. Don't hide behind something. Be real, be open about that. If there is a need to move on from something very traumatic and difficult, it has to surface. And part of that is recognizing I have to own my stuff. This is what I did to contribute to maybe a mess I'm in, or whatever went awry in our connection. I have to own that. I almost feel a little bit of she's not looking at him and he's looking forward. It's, even if she's looking at him, he's not looking at her. It feels to me like there's sort of a standoff or an impasse happening. Now, again, I try to read these as intuitively as possible, but it could be that there is something that your person is refusing to give up out of obligation, and that's the honorable thing in a family. Totally get that. And it's a loveless connection. It's an arrangement, and that's something that they can't walk away from, or they'd be in the 5 of Pentacles energy, right? Burdened by debt. Whatever it is you surface in them, they don't want to face that. They don't want to look at that. But I'm going to look at that. Where do I need? Okay. Ooh, wow. Yeah, this is a big one. The authentic soul. What is your person really wanting to reveal, be vulnerable and share? What would their higher self like you to know? What would their higher self like you to know? What would their higher self like you to know? One more. I feel it. There it is. Okay. We have boundaries are a good thing. What I need will be bestowed upon me. I understand avoidance only makes the situation worse. Sorry. Right? I was picking up that there's something that you show them that's challenging. Maybe you've told them no. Maybe, this person has selfish tendencies, and that 5 of Swords energy is, I want what I want, wherever that was. I want what I want, and I'm going to get it. And that, it doesn't always work that way. We have to give, we receive, and it ebbs and flows like that in healthy relationships. So you might have put your foot down and said, No. If this person has a lot of debt, they may be very worried about financial loss. If there is some sort of, consciousness of lack mentality, poverty consciousness, they have to realize that where life takes them, right, is up to them. I am the owner of my life. Like, it's up to me. I'm going to take charge. So I feel, if I were to boil this down, that we have a situation with someone who's chosen an arrangement that's comfortable, that's, perfectly fine on the outside, but maybe not reciprocal, over perhaps love. And if that is what is being communicated to you, collective, it's something to think about. But we're not done yet. So what are they contemplating regarding your connection? Okay, Spirit wants me to start with this. What is your person contemplating? What are they contemplating where this connection is concerned? Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. I had a false start on this video because my throat closed up. Interestingly, they need to speak their truth. They need to speak their truth. What else? What are they contemplating? They got a lot of anxiety. They're having fear and worry. And it could be that, whatever has been prompted requires action. It can't be ignored. Remember, the divine says, something has to change, or we're going to upend things. And it happens like that. We have to understand that the door to healing and fulfillment is ours to open. And even though that staircase has some missing steps, well, maybe those missing steps is the work that needs to be done. It's almost like, keep laying those treads, and then one step at a time you're going to get there. So there's work to be done, but the doors are flung open. What else? What are they contemplating? They might be really overthinking, with this King and Queen of Swords, lots of air energy. Appreciation. Wow. Adjacent possibilities. Could I do something else? I have someone in my life I really appreciate. Do I need to demonstrate that? Do I need to show that? You might have shown your person a version of love they've never experienced before. Maybe they've been pulling on the one doorknob that's locked, and they've reached an impasse in their life, and Spirit is saying, but look at all these possibilities in front of you. What are you waiting for? And well, I guess there's one closed here, but let's just say, for sake of my story, they're now realizing, God, I could be doing something else. I could be exploring this or that. I haven't been very kind to the people around me. If I love them deeply, if I know that, the door to happiness is just, flung open and that person is on the other side of it, I need to express that. I'm hearing, or they'll be gone. You might be contemplating that. So if this got stagnant, this needs new life breathed into it, or it's going to die on the vine, just like these crunchy shrubs. The world is all about the world being your oyster. Go for it. So if your person is thinking, gosh, everything is just before me, like right there, I just need to do it, then maybe that means they will make some changes. So let's take a look at this deck. What are they contemplating? What are they getting ready to do, Spirit? What are they getting ready to do, please? Wow, there's a strong determination energy. My goodness. Bottom of the deck, come to the edge. I look at that like the Fool energy. This is a risk, leap of faith. Look at that. Go the distance. The fates. Oh my goodness. Round and round. A cycle ending. Clean it up. Okay, Spirit is saying it's in reverse because it's the last thing they need to do. Get out of a cycle. Karmic cycles need to be closed out. Back to my channeled message. Well, there you go, guys. They're going to do this. There's something that needs to happen. And they know that you are destined on their path. What are they going to do to it? Or do with it, rather? Well, it's about tough choices, whatever that means. And if it's about family, it's a tough one, right? They need the strength to make that choice. If you went quiet because things were too painful for you to continue, that could be a motivator. All right, let's look at how are they preparing for change? What are they doing to prepare for change? And I'm saying that because we have endings and new beginnings. Remember that. Completion, new beginnings, right? A door is closing, one is opening. A new beginning awaits. How are they preparing? Ooh, all right, guys. We have one card, protection. I'm getting a couple downloads about this. For a small group of you, the karmic cycle that your person found themselves in needed to be rectified, and the divine was guiding and protecting this connection. They weren't in a good place to come to you. Protection, right? If this is something they're wrapped up in, the divine is saying, we've got your back. Make a change. Your person may feel as though they're, wow, stripped naked and vulnerable, I just heard. Seeking shelter, worried about lightning strikes, which could be other people, tower moments. I want to look at their biggest fears. Where do I go with this, Spirit? Okay. Their biggest fear. Intimacy. If they show you the most vulnerable parts of themselves, it exposes them, you know, so they're seeking shelter. Wow. I think that's sad. Is there anything else? Maybe they need encouragement that, you know, you want to make peace, that you have love in your heart. They may not understand your reaction if they come into your life or back into your life. Okay, we have fixing what's broken. So this is what freaks them out, what scares them. Long distance trip, you might be at a distance. They may wonder, can you bridge that geographical gap? Can you get away together and just enjoy a weekend? Can you find time to be together? If this is, you know, across the waters, distance may be a factor. A long distance or intercontinental move might be a factor. They know they need to be honest or you will see through it. That's what I heard with that. Read between the lines. No BS. Truth. And it's okay. It's okay. Embrace change. Wow. Okay, let's take a look at the encouragement the divine has for you, collective, in this connection. What encouraging messages does the divine have for this group of people, please? Anything else? Okay, that one. I thought it was stuck. Show the world the real you. Wow. Stripped naked. Yep. Balance spirituality and practicality. You and your loved ones are safe. So, if your person, or maybe if this is you and you're watching this and you're worried, Spirit has your back. If this is concern about, children, like maybe there's seriously like an intercontinental connection, a move across water, and there is a worry about, oh my God, my whole family is here. Well, then you maybe talk about relocation. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I feel as though there's some sort of expectation or even dogma that's kind of forcing somebody to kind of dig in their heels. And frankly, if that goes on long enough, well then, what may happen is that mess doesn't get cleaned up and you move on. Wow. Okay. So before we get to the extended, I want to look at, what does their soul desire? What is their soul's desire in this connection? Okay. You can't make this up. Distance. How can we shorten the distance between us? So the group that I'm connecting to, it sounds like there's a geographical limitation. Wow. You are asking me to let go of what is familiar in my life that's difficult for me. It could be that they don't want to leave a certain area. Maybe that means you need to consider a move. I don't know. Would that be a risk worth taking? I can't tell you when, I can't tell you how, but I can assure you I will. There's that determined energy. Where there's a will, there's a way. Oh my God. Whew. Collective, I'm going to stop here and continue in the extended. I'm not going to make it another hour. I don't think it needs to be, because if this resonates for you thus far, I think what comes next is going to be swift, clear, and brief. So the link to the extended is below. We're going to look at what other things are they keeping from you, or do they need to share? We're not talking secrets and lies, but we could be, okay? What needs to be revealed so that you're comfortable with what's been going on that you don't know? What is the universe nudging them to do? Their intention long term. What are they healing? Their heart's desires, the divine's desire for the connection, very important. And then, of course, what comes next and advice. So thank you for being here. Long reading, but I hope that this helped you understand what's going on in your connection. Merry Christmas. God bless you. Love you.